If the title of the movie is a combination of two words, that should be the first warning sign that this will be a very bad movie. I mean, have you seen Sharknado? Also, not to mention that this film is talking about a global issue that nobody wants to talk about anymore, nor is it relevant. So, that should be the second warning sign. Apparently the weather is affected by the virus somehow, because that's how science works. Speaking of which, the plant life seems to be doing pretty decent for post-apocalyptic world standards. It randomly just cuts to black during the narration, and even though this is a cool shot of a crow flying away, was that really necessary?
Right on time.
A guy doing a raspy voice and is saying a cliched line. I know when you're trying to make these films, you're trying to sound serious, but if you're a poor actor, you're just gonna sound very dull and depressed.
Got the stuff?
Saying the word stuff instead of specifically saying what they actually need. And they don't even specify what these resources are.
Alright.
Is this going to be a common theme where everyone who is poorly clothed for an apocalyptic world is going to be a very mid-tier actor? Some of which being lower than others?
Hey, look here, dude. Just because I'm working on these fucking weapons doesn't mean I have to listen to the damn chief.
That line makes no sense.
He gave me this thing, and my fucking fingers don't even fucking fit in this damn thing.
This is exactly what happens when you're bad at improv. It leads to stupid crap like this that inevitably makes it hard to continue on with the conversation.
Status reports are looking good. There's one problem.
Why would you say things are good if it's not good?
I don't know what the hell's going on. I have no idea why the virus is spreading.
Another line that contradicts what he's actually trying to say.
The entire freaking thing's going down.
Again, using words that are not specific instead of just saying what the thing actually is.
That fucking part I wanted. It was in a scrapyard. Big fucking scrapyard.
This dialogue right here is so bad that I can't even put it into words, and instead I'm just gonna list off all of the problems with it. Alright, you go ahead and finish up with the weapons as much as you can. I'll see what I can do with the contacts right now. Not only is that a very poor way of using the word contacts in a sentence, but also we never know exactly who these contacts are. A fully functional Nintendo DSi in 2071. Not only is this pointless emotional scene 3 whole minutes of filler, this is just another cliched emotional moment where the protagonist mourns the loss of a character he's related to. And on top of that, we never know the character's name. Or, at least, we do in the end credits, but they never say his name in the goddamn movie. An unnecessary window shot.
Hey, you wanna play some cards with us?
I can understand playing some games to be able to entertain yourself in some way to make you not as insane, but why are you gambling in a post-apocalyptic world? Money means nothing in these types of worlds. One poorly done, boring conversation with poorly done acting later. Another poorly clothed character from a post-apocalyptic world. You know what that means. Also, he's not even wearing a mask, so this just makes the importance of masks less important now. Also, how was Jacob gone for a long time despite the fact that he left a note saying that he was fixing the electricity? Wow, that really looks like he's letting his emotions sink in, doesn't it? Doesn't look like very poorly done acting at all.
Do you not remember what happened on this day exactly 5 years ago? The reason why we're in this situation in the first place?
Wow, look at those emotions leaping off the screen.
They did not leave us behind. They wanted to keep us safe.
Then why haven't they come back?
I don't have time for this. Talk to me when you cool down.
This guy just screams like he says he knows how to act when in actuality he has little to no knowledge of acting whatsoever. Unnecessary door shot. Just goes to show how little they knew of what to film. Same, Tyler. Same.
What in
How
the
did Tyler not notice that hard drive literally in the open?
hard drive? How did I miss this?
Oh, wait, never mind. He actually acknowledged that he didn't see it.
A hard drive? In a scrapyard?
Why did he sound more interested in the scrapyard than the hard drive?
Does it even work?
Are you complaining about it?
Hey, Kane! Yeah, what's up?
Kane apparently has supersonic hearing.
Oh, gosh. I hope this is not a scam.
Do I even need to say anything?
Oh, there's a video in here. Alright.
Why does he open his eyes there? The video only goes up to 4 seconds and that's it.
My current location is being raided right now, and I don't know how much time I have left.
For a guy who's being raided, he seems pretty calm about it. Heck, he even smiles half of the time. I can't tell if that's just bad acting or a part of his character. So this guy puts a message on a hard drive telling them the secret location of a USB stick containing the cure of the virus. There is so much wrong with this plan to the point where I'm just gonna do it again and list off all the problems with it. Wow, they look so surprised. So instead of immediately taking action, they've been sitting around doing nothing for literally hours.
Well, it wouldn't be a problem if we searched for the USB, would it?
Why would it be a problem? It literally contains the cure for the virus.
Oh wait, before you do anything else, we might want to check the news first.
Why do you guys need to look at the news? You guys literally have the fate of humanity on your hands and you're just stalling it watching the news on a freaking radio.
Good evening and welcome to your 12 o'clock news on 165 radio station. I'm your host, Jerry Sampson.
Another bad sequence in the film. Here comes the list. So it looks like the dialogue from Landon joking about Montana eating food is just going to be a continuous joke of the film, huh?
Well, let's just say that things are not just going out as planned.
Were retakes forbidden in this production?
Yeah, I know. It was like, Gale? That doesn't sound right.
Montana looking at the camera. And don't think you're going to get away with it too, Mateo. I see you peeking at the camera through your lens. Yeah, you just thought because the lens were tinted you were able to get away with it, but the light said,
Expose him! Expose him!
Anyway, what was on this tape?
why do you have to be so extra?
It seems to be a rescue tape.
Rescue you called it an SOS message before. God, how have these guys lived this long in this apocalypse for how inconsistent they are? Wait, we don't even know their ages, so it's literally a mystery for how long they've been here.
Did he give any clues where it could be?
Did you really think you could act?
Oh yeah, it was the small park that's nearby us.
Why don't we go right now?
Wow, Jacob actually has a brain. Oh, looks like the weather isn't affected by the virus.
Alright, where now?
Go right and keep going straight. You are getting really close.
Got it.
If Kane knows all the directions, why didn't he get the USB? If anything, he's making his friends sacrifice themselves into getting it. That's kind of a dick move.
Tyler, is getting the cure right now. He's in Northern Torrance, so we should be good.
Wait, Northern Torrance?
No, that's Southern Torrance. It literally says it right there.
Oh, no. I thought I said Southern.
Yeah, remember when I said Jacob had a brain for once?
My sensors can detect it.
My sensors can detect that. You can see the reflection of someone sitting down on the lens of Tyler's mask.
Well, long story short, your brother completely screwed us. Why did you leave?
Good question. Probably to avoid being in this film as much as he possibly can.
Well, is there any cops nearby?
Looks like not that many.
So then why were these guys worried about the surveillance in the first place if there was no cops around them anyway?
Well, Rim is downstairs forging the weapons as usual.
Also, why did I need a weapons forger in a post-apocalyptic world that's been taken over by a virus? What was he gonna do, shoot the virus?
Sounds reasonable. What about Jacob?
Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes, it does.
The only good joke in the film. Also, can we talk about how high Ruben looks in this shot? He looks like he's trying to hit on a girl while smoking the world's fattest blunt. That might be the reason why his acting is so underwhelming.
Long, and we finally are getting to know what it's like before this virus even existed. Before we even...
Just put in the goddamn USB.
Correction, the other good joke of the film. 2 of 2.
Well, if you look at the timer below, you can actually see that this film is taking longer than it should be, so I basically saved us some time.
Not showing the process of how they made the cure is kind of lame to begin with, but Ruben's idea for having to break the fourth wall just for comedy reasons is not only bad writing and also unoriginal, it takes all of the seriousness away from this film, and it had very little to begin with.
We did it. We're finally vaccinated.
How do you guys know if the vaccine even worked or not? One very unneeded, trying to sound important dialogue later, and Landon looked at the camera. For as silly as this outro is, it would make a pretty cool album art.